Hi, boys and girls. In reading this week, we are taking a break from inferencing, and we're going to talk a little bit more about just parts of a fiction story. So it's all going to be about fiction. We're going to talk about the parts of a fiction story to kind of help with our retelling or our kind of remembering of our books, because this is another thing that we all kind of have to work on, making sure we're paying attention to these things. As we're reading, we remember what these words mean, and to help us infer, to make decisions later, we kind of have to remember some of these things, because we will be getting into harder inferencing later. But let's just remember some of these things. So we're going to be talking about the characters, and remember, the characters are who the story is about. It can be about a person, it can be about an animal, or it can be about a thing. Right? Like Little Tree was about a tree. The setting is where the story is happening and when it's happening. Okay, so the when and the where. Then there's usually some type of problem in the story, right? Somebody loses something, upset about something, there's a problem. And then usually at the end, there's a solution. So I'm going to take you guys on a little walk again. I'm going to show you kind of remembering. I know my anchor charts are kind of falling apart here because they've been here for a while, but here's one that we did a long time ago. Remember the characters? See, animals, people, things. See, there's Vincent from Vincent Paints His House. The setting is when, like the time or the seasons, and the where, right? Like at school or at the lake. And then remember, we even have like our plot roller coaster, where you've got the beginning, and they usually tell you about the characters in the setting in the beginning. In the middle, they have the events and the problem, and closer to the end is where they have that solution to the problem, right? So I'm going to be reading you a book today, and we're going to fill out a chart together, and then I'm going to be giving you a book on Epic to read to fill out this page on your own. All right, so I'm filling it out on this book here called Dandy, and you're going to be filling out yours on a book from Epic. All right, so I'm going to start by reading this book. Dandy. This is a super cute book. I think you will like it. Daddy spied something scary on his perfect lawn. He ran for his clippers. You see what is scary? Now, you guys might know why that's scary, because it looks like a pretty flower, right? But this is called a dandelion, and it is actually considered a weed. And people who really care about their lawn looking pretty, they don't like dandelions because they want it to be all green. So that's an important thing to know while you're listening to this story. But he was too late. See, she's watering it. Hi, Daddy. Sweetie, Daddy said, that's a weed. A flower, Sweetie said. Her name is Charlotte, and she's my best friend. Daddy hoped his friends wouldn't notice. They did. A weed! It'll take over the yard, the neighborhood, the universe. You know what you have to do. Daddy did. Uh-oh, what do you think he's going to do? See the clue? He tried during book time. See how he's sneaking off there? He's got the shovel. But Sweetie was there. Hi, Daddy. He tried during nap time. Look, he's going to mow. Look, looks like he's going to mow it down. But Sweetie was there. Hi, Daddy. Looks like she's having a camp out with her flower. Can't mow it over, can he? He tried during snack time. She's having some cookies and he's sneaking off. Oh, he's going to have the goat to eat it looks like. But Sweetie was there. Hi, Daddy. We saved you a spot. Oh, she's got the goat and the flower having a tea party with her cookies. Once again, Daddy hoped his friends wouldn't notice. They did. Get serious. Daddy got serious. Oh my goodness, like he's got his ninja suit, his mad scientist outfit, his pirate outfit, his like construction worker outfit. He's ready to get serious. But Sweetie was always there. Hi, Daddy. Look, she's painting the flower, it looks like, and he's very frustrated. Until it was time for swim lessons. Bye, Daddy. Take care of Charlotte. And remember, Charlotte's the flower, right? I will, Daddy said. He couldn't wait. Look at him. Off he goes. Vroom! Weed, meet your doom. He's ready. Look at him. They're all like, doom! See his neighbors cheering him on. But Daddy spied something else on his once perfect lawn. Sweetie's painting. See, here it is. I can't do it, Daddy cried. We know! Look at them, they're all crying too. They were Daddy's too. Then Daddy's snips slipped. Look, his little snippers, they slipped. Uh-oh. No! Daddy wailed. Look, they smushed the flower. Charlotte! They knew what they had to do. Look at them, they all have surgery masks on. Everyone hoped Sweetie wouldn't notice. She did. Daddy, Sweetie cried. There's something wrong with Charlotte. Look. Yeah, that's not obvious, is it? Daddy looked at his lawn. He looked at his little girl. He chose. It'll be okay, Sweetie, Daddy said. Watch. Look what he's doing. He's picking Charlotte and blowing. And soon, you know what's going to happen? Hi, Daddy, Sweetie said. Meet Charlotte 2 and Charlotte 3 and Charlotte 4 and... Sweetie beamed. Aren't they beautiful? Daddy smiled. Yes, Sweetie, he said. They're dandy. There you go. So, in this story, I'm going to scoot up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. This story, the title here in the middle is called Dandy, so I'm going to write that down. Dandy was the title. Now, the characters in the story, there were several characters, but I'm only going to pick really the two most important ones, and that was Daddy and Sweetie. So we never really know her name, but he always calls her Sweetie, so that's what we're going to say here. We've got Daddy and Sweetie. Okay, the setting. Where is this story happening? Well, it was always his lawn, right? Always. Like they were inside sometimes, but this story was super important because all of it happened in his yard, right? On his lawn. So that is the most important setting. Like we could talk about the house, but that's not significant. That's not important. The lawn is important, the yard. And then when? Are there clues? Can you infer when? Well, there's a dandelion out, and the grass is green. And she's going to swimming lessons. I think it's probably summer, don't you? There's lots of clues there. Yeah. So I'm going to say summer. Okay? The problem is what? Problem is that Sweetie likes a weed in Daddy's yard. Doesn't want him to get rid of it. And Daddy wants to get rid of it. That's a lot of words. How can I write that shorter? Let's think. Let's see. Sweetie likes the weed. Period. Daddy does not. Okay? The solution. That means how did they solve this problem? Daddy kind of gave in, didn't he? Daddy let her keep the weed because she loved it so much. So I'm going to say, Daddy let her keep the weed. He kind of just gave in because she was so sweet, and it didn't hurt anything to keep the weed, right? It didn't hurt anybody. Okay, so I just filled this out over this book. I'm going to assign you a book on Epic, so you'll see it right on the Seesaw page. You'll click on it, and it'll send you right to Epic, right to the book I want you to read, and then I want you to fill this in based on that book. All right? Okay, thanks.